Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Adelina Safitri. My NPM is 244110009. I'm from Management Class 24A. So today, in this video, I'm gonna talk and we are gonna talk about consumer protection. So, on the first slide, we're gonna talk about the consumer protection is a definition. So, consumer protection is a fundamental aspect of a building a fair, transparent, and sustainable economic system. In today's global and digital economy, transactions have evolved from traditional markets to online commerce, cross-border trade, and fintech based financial to online commerces. Cross-border trade and fintech based financial system. This shift creates a new risk and challenges for consumers. Therefore, consumer protection is not merely a legal principle, but a strategy necessary to maintain public trust, ensure market safety, and promote ethical business practice. And we're gonna talk about we already talked about the definition, but here's the really definition of consumer protection. So consumer protection refers to a comprehensive set of efforts, policies, and legal measures designed to safeguard consumers from unfair business practices, defective goods, misleading advertisement, economic losses, and threats to health and safety. It is built on the principle that consumers as and users and threats to health and safety. It is built on the principle on consumer as end users in the economic system often hold a weaker bargaining power compared to producers and sellers. In modern markets, information asymmetry, where businesses possess more information than consumers, puts consumers at risk of manipulation, fraud, and harm. Therefore, consumer protection aims to empower individuals by ensuring transparency, honesty, accountability, and fairness in commercial transactions. It includes government regulations to create a balanced and trustworthy marketplace where consumer rights are respected and protected. Okay, next we're gonna talk about importance of consumer protection. So consumer protection plays a critical role in maintaining a stable and ethical market environment. Without strong consumer rights, business may exploit consumer through false advertising, unsafe products, unclear pricing, or fraudulent practice. The protection framework ensures consumers are not only viewed as economic actors but also as individuals deserving safety, dignity, and respect. In today's digital era, consumers' protection becomes even more vital due to emergence of online shopping, international e-commerce platforms, digital financial service, and personal data sharing. This modern system introduced cybersecurity risk, identity theft, privacy violations, and counterfeit goods and scams. Therefore, modern consumer protection must address traditional market issues and digital threats to guarantee a secure, ethical, and inclusive marketplace that support public trust and economic sustainability. Okay, next Next slide, we're going to talk about objectives of consumers protection. The primary objectives of consumer protection include safeguarding consumer rights, ensuring fair competition among businesses, and enhancing consumer confidence in the marketplace. It also aims to prevent a business from engaging in harmful practices such as price manipulation, misleading promotion, fraud, and distribution of unsafe or substandard goods. Another key goal is to promote consumer empowerment and education so that consumers can make informed decisions, actively defend their rights, and contribute to a healthy economy. Additionally, consumer protection fosters social justice by ensuring that vulnerable groups, including the elderly, children, and digital illiterate individuals, are not exploited or discriminated against in commercial practices. Ultimately, it supports national economic growth by building a transparent, responsible, and efficient business system. Business ecosystem. Okay, next, we're gonna talk about the legal basis for consumer protection. So, consumer protection is supported by cooperative legal structures that obligate businesses to follow ethical standards and product safety regulations. Consumer law outline consumer rights, business obligation, dispute settlement procedures, and penalties for violators. In many countries, main frameworks include Consumer Protection Acts, trade laws, Health and Food Safety Acts, and cybersecurity and personal data protection laws. Online transaction regulations and product standardization requirements. Regulatory bodies such as food and drug agencies and financial service authorities and commissions enforce compliance. These legal frameworks ensure consumer protection is not optimal but a legal mandate. Violation may result in legislation revocation, administrative sanctions, and financial penalties, or criminal prosecutions. Strong law enforcement support credibility and consumer confidence in the national economy. Next, we're gonna talk about principle of consumer protection. So, consumer protection is grounded in universal principles. First is safety and security. So, consumer must be safeguarded from harmful, dangerous, or defective products and services. Second is transparency and truthfulness. Businesses must provide accurate, complete, and honest information about goods, pricing, and risk. And number three is fairness and justice. Consumers deserve equal treatment and protection regardless of background or knowledge. And number four is accountability. Businesses are responsible for the safety and performance of their products and must compensate for consumer losses. And number five is legal certainty. Its consumers must have access to clear laws and enforcement system protecting their rights. These principles ensure ethical business operation and strengthen public trust in the marketplace. Okay, next is consumer rights. So, consumers have fundamental rights including right to safety is protection from harmful products or hazardous services. And second is right to information. It has to clear, accurate, and honest product details. And right to choose is ability to select from a variety of products at fair prices. And number 4 is right to be heard, ability to voice complaints and receive fair responses. And number 5 is right to redress. Is a case to compensation, refunds, or replacement for damage, goods, or losses. Number 6 is right to education. Is receive guidance to become informed and responsible consumers. And number 7 is right to privacy. Is protection of personal data and prevention of misuse. This right empower consumers and ensure dignity in economic activities. Okay, the next slide, we're gonna talk about consumer responsibilities. So consumer rights must be balanced with responsibilities, including 6 responsibilities is reading product instructions and labels carefully before use. This is the first important. And ensuring informed decision making before purchasing goods or services. And number 3 is paying the agreed price promptly and ethically. Number 4 is using products appropriately and safely. And number 5 is reporting defective, illegal, or harmful products to authorities. Number 6, avoiding abuse of consumer rights to harm businesses unfairly. So, a responsible consumer contributes to a lawful, fair, and cooperative market environment. Okay, guys, next we're gonna talk about rights and obligations of businesses. So, businesses play a crucial role in consumer protection. Their obligations include: 1 is producing and selling safe, quality goods and service, and number 2 is providing accurate and transparent information, and also avoiding the deceptive marketing, price manipulation, or unethical practices, and offering warranties and after-sales services. And 5 is handling complaints and compensating consumer fairly. In return, businesses have the right to conduct fair competition, protect their trademarks and innovations, and receive legal support if consumers misuse system. Successful consumers protection creates a win-win situation where ethical businesses thrive and consumers remain protected. Okay, last we're gonna talk about consumer protection institutions. We have consumer protection involves multiple institutions working together, including government agencies like trade, health, communication sectors, and also have consumer protection councils and or boards, food and drug regulatory bodies, and financial services authority for banking and digital finance, and non-governmental consumer advocacy groups, and market surveillance units and law enforcement. This institution conduct inspection awareness campaigns, handle complaints, enforce law, and issues penalties. They also collaborate internationally to handle cross-border online consumer issues. So guys, that's all about my presentation today. I hope you understand. Thank you for watching, and see you on the next video. Bye bye.